way he saw it.
Again, Salles, the white car right in front of him. Well, look at that. Salles really had to jump out of the throttle. It really surprised Kenny Brack, and he just drove into the boat. No, until he gets up to speed.
Here's the way it looked from the cockpit of the car. Now watch Knapp come in here. There he is.
Right there. It touches the right front wing. Touches the right front wing. Again, from this view, we can't...
On board with Lazier.
Well, that's Lazier. On the outside of him is Scott Sharp. Yeah, they definitely touched. Scott was going to try to go on the outside. Couldn't make that move go.
The Fox Sports Net sounds of the race. Listen. Big impact.
Now, on board Boesel's Transworld Diversified Services car, you'll see the result of missing a shift. This car in front is going to miss the shift.
That's why he hit him. When Kenny Brack lost the shift, he lost 5-6 miles an hour just like that. And all of a sudden you've got a...
On board with Boesel, Eddie Cheever goes around him on the outside. Things unfold quickly. Scott Harrington directly in front of them. You know the analogy that I used about coming up in heavy traffic? Exactly what it's like to begin to accelerate and have everything break loose in front of you.
That's Robbie Unser spinning in front of him there because they were way back in the field. Totally.
Time, but he didn't. That was Tice Carlson. That's Tice Carlson. And again, that's a tough one. This is Sharp leaving the pits. You can see he's got a head of steam up already. Here comes Gregoire. Yeah, you can see Greg. Greg pulled out into the fast lane. And that's
the incident once again.
Well, this is the in-car camera. This is Dismore's car. He's going through turn 2. He gets out of the groove a little bit. Oh, yeah, the car just pushes up, and he smacks the wall with the right front. Definitely broke off. I mean, there was no damage until he hit the wall, and then we had tremendous damage.
Good signal to me that maybe he's in a different gear selection. Here's Buddy Lazier going around under caution right into the back end of Robbie Unser, so we've discerned which Unser it was.
And that really tells you that you always have to pay attention, even under a slow pace behind the pace car.
Here's the pace car coming out, and right in front of him is where the Carlson crash is. He collects a race car.
I don't know who's driving the pace car tonight.
So
wow. Unfold in front of you. Watch right up in here. Woo! Came around on him. Let's listen.
It almost looked like... It's kind of hard to say what...
About 11 degrees.
John Cox involved.
That is just sheer luck that Kenny Brack has here. He went...
Where they hit, down to the inside. Watching the left side there.
Got some pavement on the tires.
Look at that wheel come up.
Tires and just a, you know,
that's the signaling pit. That's the signaling pit, and all those guys
the
just
front
ducked
tires
down.
he was...
You know, this one is really hard to call because did Sam go up? Did Buddy come down? It was just too close to call that. He sees smoke, and when he sees smoke, he gets out of it because you know there's going to be a yellow. But of course, now he can't see anything.
But you know what? It's not like they showed in Days of Thunder and Tom Cruise. You don't drive to the smoke and try to get control of the...
Look on the inside on the back of the car, and look at this here. Keep an eye on that. Right there. See how it's shredding? There we go.
That tire came off at 181 miles per hour. Will Moody calls the shots for Scott Sharp. He's with Calvin Fish.
He just observed Gregoire going into turn 3. Very close here. And he goes up the track a little bit too much. And they tangle.
We talk about the boilerplate wall. When you hit it at 100.
Going into turn 3 right here. He said it just went straight, didn't turn. He just couldn't get it to turn. Look at his hands. He took his hand off the wheel as he made impact. That was his comment. It wouldn't turn.
His onboard camera down the backstretch now, setting into turn number 3. And a major disappointment for Mark Dismore. There is the onboard camera showing you how he got up on Boat's car for a while. Mark Dismore has been so competitive this year, and you think that a victory.
Well, as we can hear, as soon as he got on the throttle, he spun around. He did not have his steering wheel straight when he did that. It's imperative to get your steering wheel lined up exactly straight, then accelerate to put holding a minimum of 60 G's. Let's just
You'll ride on board and listen.
That was a very big crash, and as he hit that bump, the car broke loose, which tells me that the
Shadows aren't really like this, but
here
I want
we
to
hear
give you the feel.
He caught it once, caught it twice. Now he still has to go to the left a little bit, otherwise he's going to be in the groove, and there it goes.
And you notice the engine is dead. The engine's gone. Now,
just
fighter pilots call that a dead stick landing.